How that one feel tonight?
Playing with the lead for a change, that having to catch up. What was it like?
It's pretty nice, not to have to come back down 10-15 in the first half. It's a good game for us to get a flow, kind of get our rhythm as a whole. Obviously we're still figuring things out, still learning things. So for a game like this to, come around the schedule right before conference, super helpful for us to, really get to make sure we know each other and really make sure we set ourselves up for success later on the road.
Is a game like this important just to be able to go out there, get a lot of guys in and out, get that sort of build that chemistry outside the starting 5-6?
I think so. I think it was great. I mean, we had some different lineups out there, and I think it was helpful. This was definitely the game to do it. Experiment with new guys, get guys some touches and spots, try different plays, see if it works. And I mean, I think we got the result we wanted. So.
What kind of test did they give you tonight? You get the win, and that's what you want, but what kind of test did they give you?
They play really hard. Especially when a team comes in, they know they're the underdog, they know they're undersized, all those kind of things. They're going to play hard. So for us, we had to match their intensity, which was a big key coming into the game for us. But we have to do that every game. We can't just do that for this game or teams that we're better than. We have to do that for every single game. So a lot of it was just making sure we made the right mental choices tonight, made sure we were ready, mentally rather than physically for this game.
Is that the harder thing to do, just to be ready for them mentally instead of physically?
It definitely can be. Sometimes you get sidetracked or your mind's not in the right spot, so it can be more difficult. But I'd say they're equally difficult.
Good guys. Thank you.
Thanks, sir.
It was a good game. I appreciate Bluefield coming up. We need this. We need to let a lot of players play, see them on the floor a little longer than what we've been able to see them, especially our young kids. I thought we played pretty well. I gave up a few more points than I wanted to give up, but thought basically overall played pretty well, and we got some evaluations out of it, which is what we were looking to do, along with playing a lot of players.
Did you get the challenge you wanted from them? I mean, you got the victory, you got the kids in the rotation you wanted, but did you get the challenge?
I think they play as hard as they could play. I mean, they were certainly outsized, and I think they come in and play as hard as they can play. To be quite honest with you, I didn't want a game that is going to have to fight again. We should beat them like we beat them. They played well. They shot the ball pretty well when they got shots. They didn't get a lot of good with shots, but when they got shots, they made them. The coach, they do a good job, and there are 5 players that are playing college basketball. Some of them are 22, 23, 24, and we got 17, 18, 19-year-olds. So, it was a good game. I thought we got what we needed out of it. Let's put it that way.
Not to rain on the parade, but was there anything out there you saw that you didn't like tonight from your team?
Well, that's not raining on my parade. To me, that's a real good question, and it's we got to keep grooming Jacob to be more vocal and be more demanding as a lead guard. He never played it before, and we just got to keep demanding it out of him. He's capable. He's going to grow into it. He's just a sophomore, and he gets a little stronger. It's really going to help him, but I think that's the biggest thing. The other is, I got to rest O. I didn't have to keep him going that long, but we got to get Nutter a little bit better. We got to get our lead guards better. I thought Crawford, he's got to understand that even though he got 17 points in 17 minutes or something like that, I think he has to understand that there's playing the game and playing it well, and then there's playing the game, playing it well, and winning. And there's another step from playing it well. And you can't have a mistake where you didn't go back to rebound. They got one and they put it in. Defensively, you got caught standing one time, they laid it in. Then your 17 points aren't as valuable as they were. Thing about offense that I've found is if you don't shoot it, somebody else is. So you can replace offense. It's difficult. If you don't play defense or you don't go rebound, you can't replace it. There's no help there. You can help a guy that doesn't score. He can throw it to somebody else, let them score. But if you're not guarding somebody, he's going to score. If you don't go get a rebound, they're going to get it and score. So I think his biggest growth, and that's what I was talking to him on the bench, is how does he take his talent and make it inclusive for everybody, and then don't have those dead spots at places to where they go from where you should have had it to they scored. And you have to keep working on that. And he's only, I think you have to understand too, he didn't play much his freshman year. He didn't play at all last year. So he doesn't have a lot of game experience. He wants to learn. We just have to, he talks to me, or at least he tells me. So I'm going to challenge him and see if he wants to be, he says, I want to be a baller, I want to be good. Okay, I'm with you. I'm 100%. You got a lot of talent. But right now you're not a good player, and I'm challenging you to be a good player. And he just has to learn how to manage his talent in not in an AAU way, but in a college Division I way.
And last one for me, you got UNCW coming in here on Thursday. What kind of challenge do you expect from them?
Well, very similar, to UNCG, really, to be honest with you. UNCG beat Arkansas at Arkansas. This team beat Kentucky at Kentucky. Now, did Kentucky play exactly like they played against us? No. But this is a good ball club that could win their conference. So we played a lot of possible conference winners in Toledo, UNCG, UNCW, Utah State still undefeated, one game, one loss. We played a very strong schedule, and this schedule was set with Handlogged and Andy here. And anybody who talks to any coaches, they'll tell you got to have talent. You got to coach them well. You got to have talent. And the next most important thing, you better schedule right. And I know a lot of people say, well, you want to have a war every game. Listen, wars have casualties, and I don't want to compare basketball to war because there's no comparison. But if you go hard, if you're going hard every game of basketball, it takes its toll. You can't just keep slugging it out every time. You got to have periods where you rest a little bit, or you're successful a little easier. My brother told me best. He said that the thing he hated most was to have competition for his job as a point guard. He said, I fight my tail off every game, and now I come to practice and have to fight my tail off. It's wearing. It takes your legs. You can't do that. And so I think this game you have to schedule so that you have good competition that challenge you, and then you got to have those times where you can hone in your team and get everything functioning and give other players a chance to get on the floor so that when you get into your conference, then you're ready to roll. And I think this schedule, is pretty difficult in that, one, we didn't play, one home game before December. I think that's right. And we were on the road, and that's tough to do that. We started out tough, trying to develop a team, but you know what? They're coming on now. I can see them closing ranks. They're starting to find each other, and we're a real good 5-17. Really good 5-17. So we'll see if that can't change that around.
I'm good. Thanks.
All right. Thank y'all, fellas. Appreciate it.